Brothers and sisters of the celestial energy, Brother Wisdom, what's going on, guys? You know, the media puts out all types of false information. And, you know, like we said, these Saxons, they're liars. That's all they are. They're nothing but liars. That's what they do. They lie. That's like a necessary thing for them to do, is to lie, and to lie to the masses on different subjects. All right, that's what they do. For years, as we were growing up, when we saw pictures of what's supposed to be angels, we grew up thinking that angels were Saxons. Half naked, big wings everywhere, long, stringy blonde hair, you know, pointy noses, pale skin. That's the image that we got of angels as we were coming up, especially we who are much older. Because we saw it, in Bible study and all that. We looked into those Bibles and we saw angels. We saw a Saxon prophet called Jesus with Saxon angels all around him who was supposed to be his protector. And this was done purposely because these Saxons who painted those pictures and created that art, which is supposed to be beautiful, are the same Saxons who knew that they were deceiving the real angels. They knew that they were deceiving the real angels. They knew that they were literally encoding false messages into the heads of the real angels, especially as we came young. So, it's like what our great-grandparents learned, they passed it on to our grandparents, and then our grandparents passed it on to our parents, and then our parents was supposedly passed on to us. But many of our parents had made a decision to awaken, and many of us made a decision to awaken as well. See, we forgot that we are the angels. We forgot that we are the angels. We forgot that we are the supreme deities of this world. When you talk about primordial deities, you're talking about angels, angelic beings of all types of powers and energies. Do you understand, overstand? When we, as the original beings who are the true angels, when we think things, it happened, You think about your brother and then he called you. You think about your mother and there she goes knocking on the door 2 hours later. You think about your aunt and she calling you, or either she's sending you something in the mail. And before you know it, you got something in the mail and say, I was just thinking about you and you sent this, da. We're the only beings on this planet who can do this. And this is because we're angels. We possess that powerful angelic power that takes us into that next level. And it's like a ripple affecting energy that's all over us, brothers and sisters. I mean, this is who we are. As the originals, we're angelic beings. We're the only beings who have organs of other planetary bodies. So when they talk about the 9 major planets, they talk about the Sun, Mercury, Venus, our planet. Then you got Mars, You got Jupiter, you got Saturn, you got Uranus, you got Neptune, you got Pluto. The reason they talk about that is because our organs are made up of those planets. See, they're the major organs in our bodies, and they're organs that are made up of those planets. And they learned that from us, and our ancestors knew this. You talking about our ancient ancestors? They knew this about ourselves. They knew that our organs were made up of other planets, plutonium, Neptunian, uranium, Venetian, Mercury, Martian. We got all that, all those, what they call the major planets, are within our carbon-based bodies. And these Saxons know about this. So it is important that we understand, overstand, brothers and sisters, that we must take ourselves back into the state of angelic energy. This is why we've been talking about building and creating. When you talk about sorcerers and wizards and the witches, with the Witted Jah and the Witted Jade, when you talking about that, when you on that level, you're talking about angelic beings. We're the only beings who can be in one place and literally affect the entire area. We're the only beings who can literally shift and change the entire area with a thought, as long as we're in our higher selves. We forgot that we are angels. That's what we forgot. We forgot that we were angels. We forgot that we were the supreme powers of this world. And these Saxons took it upon themselves, after they caused us to go into a deep sleep, to make us or cause us to think lesser of ourselves than to think greater of ourselves. Yes, angels were in tribes. This is how angels run. Angels are in tribes. Even our brothers and sisters over there in the land called Africa, which is Sumeria, they are angels. Angels are beings who possess the power of the cosmos, the power of nature, which is why these Saxons and these Orientals push so much religion on us in our sleep state, because they didn't want us to awaken to the power that we really possess. Remember what they wrote: for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against wickedness in high places. You have to understand, overstand. They said we're fighting angels, and they found our source of power, and they caused us to fall. They caused us to fall from a great power and put it into a certain level where they didn't want us to be back into that state of consistency with nature, consistency with the cosmos. Oh yes, and they're scared right now. We're the only beings on the planet who can go into a state of meditation as one body and pull planets to our planet. We can all pull Jupiter and make Jupiter be in our atmosphere like the moon. We can pull Pluto as far as it is, and we can pull Pluto to this planet and make it stay there. Why? because we're angels. We're the angelic beings. You see, we're writing sigils, and the sigils are actually working. And this is something that the Saxons didn't want us to learn. They didn't want us to learn about sigils. They didn't want us to learn about the dark energy, because what do angels do? Angels depend upon the darkness of the cosmos. They depend upon dark energy. They depend upon dark powers. And this is what they were fighting. Remember what they said. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. So we ruled over the darkness of this world, which is dark energy. This is who we are, brothers and sisters. We are the angels, and we have forgotten. And now these Saxons have angels killing angels. Angels battling angels. Angels hating angels. Angels doing all types of atrocities to other angels. And we didn't know that who we are the most powerful beings ever. All of this radioactive energy, every planet, those 9 planets that named off, those planets are extremely highly radioactive. And what is within us? You go into that state of meditation, and that power that comes into you, and you feel that fire and that energy coming down. It's like a surge of pure plasma coming through your hands, and you can feel the burning sensation. Even though it's burning and it's painful, it feels good at the same time. And you feel that plasma energy going up to your feet, and then it shoots right up into your pineal gland and through your crown chakra. And you feel that vibrating energy all around your body and that aura, and you feel your halo begin to get hot. You remember, your halo is right there at the top of your back, right up under your neck. And you feel your halo begin to just vibrate, and that energy all around you, because we are angels. It's who we are, brothers and sisters. We are angels. We are the angelic beings of this world, and we must bring ourselves back to power. What did angels do? Angels were continually building and creating and designing and constructing. We were space travelers. Some of us were at such a high point where we could go up in space. We could fly up in space with our bodies without a suit, because we knew that the same cosmos up there was the same makeup of our celestial bodies, what this Saxon called black people, colored people, African American, black American, Afro American. They called us everything else but the angelic beings of this world. And angels are what? Primordial deities. This is who we are, brothers and sisters. And we must link into all of these powers that we're learning and shift and change everything. We have enemies working so hard against us and against nature. What do angels do? Angels are here to protect this planet, the mother planet. This is the mother. This is the mother of the galaxy. Because if this planet falls, then the entire galaxy falls. You have to remember, these Saxons, before they came here, they caused all kinds of atrocities all over the cosmos in this universe. Before they came here, they got to the 12th Stargate Lyra, and they fought against the Lyrians. They used the stolen technology that they stole from other beings of power. And they fought against the Lyrians, and as they left the Lyrian galaxy, they destroyed that 12th Stargate Lyra, so the Lyrians couldn't follow after them. And then somewhere in there, whenever they did this, they made their way to our planet. Oh yeah, they did a lot of damage. You see, these are things that took place They did a lot of damage all over the freaking cosmos, all over the galaxy. And they made sure they came here to fight against the angels because they knew that we were going to bring judgment upon them. Now, brothers and sisters, we're bringing judgment, and they're scared, and they're saying, we're innocent. We didn't do anything. Yes, you did. You made the decision to come to this planet, and now you're all benefiting off of what your forefathers did. And now you're trying to wash out the angelic bloodline through sexual relations. And now you're trying to focus on the true angels, the original beings, because when they came here, what were we doing? We were building this planet to be a universal power station where other bodies could come here. We had huge temples and towers and all kind of structures that were emitting extremely powerful energies all throughout the galaxy. It's like we were a beacon of powerful energy. We are the angels, and we have forgotten who we are. We've forgotten the power that we possess. We've forgotten the energies that are within us. That's why they have all your different shows. When you look at X-Men, angels, they got that from us. When you look at Dragon Ball Z, angels, angelic energies, Superman, Wonder Woman, angels. That's who we are. Angels. That's the powers that we possess. Angelic energies, angelic powers, angelic forces. This is who we are. We've forgotten that we're angels. We've forgotten that we are the force and powers of this world. We have forgotten that. And now it's time for us to tap back into that. That's why all the angelic beings who stand up against this dark angel have this idea that they're doing something righteous or with some purpose, not knowing that they're fighting against their own. They're battling against their own. They're battling against something that is far more greater than what they could ever imagine. It is important, brothers and sisters, that we bring ourselves into that state of angelic energy and angelic power, that we move ourselves back into the realm of angelic energies, the realm of heavenly forces, the realm of cosmic powers. And I mean, it's extremely important, brothers and sisters, because we are the angels of this world, and we're the only ones who can make a change. Just like we said when we did that mass meditation, we literally shook the cosmos. Why? Because that was angelic energy. And at the time when there was that part of that awakening, we didn't understand that we were angels, and that's why we moved the cosmos. When we're starting to build and create and design and structure, what are we doing? We're literally causing our sun to send us powerful levels of energy, extremely powerful levels of energy, so that we can literally go into that next phase. We go into the state of meditation to pull the moon. Better yet, instead of going to a meditation, you create a sigil. You create the sigil and do that sigil for the moon and say, draw the moon closer to the surface so that it may awaken the angels of this world. Because the original beings, we are all angels. Angels are dark skinned. Angels possess extremely high levels or either not extremely low levels, but angels possess extremely high levels of melanin. Angels are carbon-based beings. Is what angels are. Angels are carbon-based beings. Because before our tree of life was destroyed, what did we have? We had absolute power. All the weapons were within us. We didn't need external weapons, even though some of us used external weapons, and that's because of the level of intelligence that we possess. Our intelligence is beyond the scope of what you could ever imagine as angelic beings, and that's the whole thing about it. And when we talked about science, when we talked about spirituality, which creates intelligence, only angelic beings can do that. We're the only ones who can do that, brothers and sisters. Why? Because we're angels. We are angels. And we must awaken to this. Because we have been asleep way too long, and our enemies have benefited off that sleep state. They have literally benefited off that sleep state. And now we have to take ourselves back into this absolute power, this absolute energy, this absolute force, and awaken the dormant energies that are within us so that we can regain everything. So our moon is the source. Our moon is the source. So we all do sigils of the moon and bring and do the sigils and to say, bring the moon closer. We need the moon closer. As the moon comes closer, yes, it's going to be earthquakes, and it's going to be tsunamis, and it's going to be volcanoes. But guess what? It's going to literally awaken everyone, and this lunar energy, that feminine energy, is going to awaken that solar energy within us. And that's when that yin yang, that masculine feminine energy, that dark inside the light and light inside the dark, begins to take effect and bring us back into a state of absolute supreme powers, because this is who we are, and this is who we have always been. So these Saxons literally took it upon themselves to miseducate the angels, and they knew who we were. They knew who we were the entire time. That's why they sought after our organs, because our organs were precious to them. What was the organs that we possess? They can't find these elements nowhere but inside of our bodies. Neptunium, Saturnarian. It's only found inside of our bodies. So they made sure that we kill ourselves and we kill each other. Fill up their prisons. Got the angels working for them. Oh yes. Got the angels working for them. We're bringing a change to this. We're bringing a change. While I was at work, I did a sigil. I said, let's make things happen. This sigil right here is a sigil. It says, Wayne County Treasury Building burned to the ground. What did it say? Burned to the ground overnight from an unstoppable fire. So I did that sigil there tonight. See, we do the sigils, and the sigils are part of what they call voodoo, which is literally alchemy. So they're spraying an alchemy planet, an angelic planet. They're spraying the angelic planet with acids, with acidic properties, because their people can only survive on acids, and we angelic beings are not supposed to have an acidic life. That's why they gave us these Coca-Cola and all these pops so we can drink the acids, when the true acidic properties that we're supposed to be eating are the fruits, the citrus, which are acidic in taste, but alkaline in nature. They're acidic in taste, but alkaline in nature. This is what our enemies are doing, brothers and sisters. So we must change it. We build and create and design, and the more we build, the more we create, the more we design, the more we awaken nature and our planet. If only the brothers and sisters could see this, but they're still caught up and asleep in something that's not real. This religion and all the other things that these Saxons have put in front of us, that we are the ones who can make the change. The war begins when we make the change, and the true angelic beings stand up and rise up, and our powers and our energies come from within us, and we gather ourselves up and take back what belongs to us, this realm. All right, brothers and sisters, I pass this on to you. I hope you understand, overstand everything that's been said. We've come a long way, brothers and sisters. We've come a long way. And we've got a long way to go. But we are angels. Angels are beings who live forever. And before these Saxons came here, we were, in calendar years, the majority of us were thousands of years old. That's why they see us as the fountain of youth or the fountain of life, because they know what we're all about. That's why we're supposed to keep our blood whole and keep our blood within ourselves and ourselves only, because we pass that energy to each other. We bring back ancestors. We bring beings from other galaxies through the womb who are necessary to be on this planet. We are the angels, and we have forgotten who we are, brothers and sisters. All right? Passes on to you. Hope you understand, overstand everything that's been said. All right? You know the deal. All power to the multi-chakra celestial angelic beings. Make chaos reign with you forever and ever and ever. Remember, chaos brings change. Angelic beings are chaos. Chaotic beings are beings of chaos. Don't think that these Saxons want to tell us that, oh, they were nice and sharing people and they were this. No, we are beings of chaos. Do we love chaos? Yes, we do. Do we love war? Yes, we do. In our true state. Do we love peace? We do. When everything has been taken care of and we can have a state of peace, especially inner peace. Angelic beings were always in a state of meditation, always tapping into the higher sources, higher energies, the higher selves. It's who we are. All right, brothers and sisters. I'll catch you guys later. We're the angels of this world. Everything around us. We have all what they call the 9 major planets. All of those planetary bodies, those planetary energies, those planets are within the organs. Each organ is a different planet of the 9 planets. The sun and the moon are within us as also. This way you have a solar plexus, just solar energy. But your soul itself is lunar energy. That's the moon. The moon controls the psychic abilities. Your soul, the psychic abilities come through your soul. This is where your power comes from, your soul. And that's where the moon comes from. That energy and power comes... your abilities come through your soul. Your abilities come through your soul. which is that lunar energy, that feminine energy, your abilities, your powers come through the sun, the solar plexus, the energies. That's where their powers come from. The sun, and your abilities come from the moon. We are angelic beings, brothers and sisters. We've forgotten who we are. All right? I'll catch you guys later. Much power to you all.